She's my teammate. She's my business partner. She's my manager. She's my lawyer. She's my lover. She's my baby mama to be. She's my everything.
I mean, there are nights, I'm crying myself to sleep. There are moments when I've been angry, but I've allowed myself to feel whatever I felt in order to heal. Because in my experience, when I'm like not facing what I'm feeling, then I'm trying to find something else to help me get through the pain.
Belly does look fit. Who knows if she's pregnant? I can't call it. Love you. All right, y'all, that's it. Goodbye. Peace.
So Meagan Good just dropped the bomb. She's pregnant. And word on the street is that Devon Franklin is not taking it well. At all. We're talking full-on emotional crisis mode. Sources say this news hit him like a truck, and folks ain't holding back, calling it emotional damage on a whole different level. Now let's rewind for a sec. Wasn't Devon the one who said Meagan didn't want kids? Now boom, she's maybe playing house and possibly expecting a baby with Jonathan Majors. Yes, that Jonathan Majors. The same one still trying to move past those messy domestic drama headlines. And while nothing's been officially confirmed yet, insiders are saying Devon is beyond heated. Like up late sending texts and overthinking everything kind of hurt. And don't let the new girl on his arm fool you. Meagan's pregnancy, or even the possibility of it, clearly hit a soft spot he wasn't ready to deal with. Now the streets are buzzing with talk that Devon's been trying to spin the block, begging for another shot. So what does that say about how their marriage really went down behind the scenes? Cause this whole situation is getting messy, fast. And yeah, that major mess pun was definitely on purpose. Meanwhile, Devon's been wilding on social media lately. Cryptic quotes, emotional posts, the whole meltdown starter pack. For a man who swore he was done and over it, he sure ain't moving like someone who's at peace. And with Meagan's rumored pregnancy taking over the headlines, his timeline is looking like a digital diary of regrets. Let's be real. What did he think was gonna happen? Meagan and Jonathan been locked in for a minute now. They've been going public, showing love, and yes, some are even whispering they already made it official with a secret wedding. This ain't just another fling, this one's for real. And Devon looks like he's just now realizing it. Too late. Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors have clearly locked in for the long haul. They've stayed tight through all kinds of public heat, and it's only made them stronger. From the way they've been moving lately, it was only a matter of time before a baby got added to the mix. Allegedly. Even though they've kept most of their romance behind the scenes, both of them been dropping low-key hints for months. Interviews, slick Instagram captions, and even red carpet body language. All signs were pointing to them building something real. And now, if that baby rumor is true, it's looking like they finally stepped into family mode for real. But Devon Franklin's reaction, whew, it's saying way more than words ever could. It's not just shock, it's pain, deep pain. Not just because Meagan might be having a baby, but because she's giving someone else what she once told him she didn't want, a child. And now, it's all playing out for the world to see. So here's how it all popped off. Just a few days ago, Jonathan Majors posted a little couples workout video with Meagan. At first glance, seemed like one of their regular gym flexes. They've been known to show off their fitness bond, nothing new, right? Wrong. This time, fans caught something different. Meagan looked like she was rocking a soft little bump, just enough to raise eyebrows. And it didn't stop there. While Jonathan was hyping her up mid-workout, he casually dropped a pregnancy reference like it was no big deal. But the internet, they clocked it instantly. And now the streets are buzzing, because that little gym video might have just been the soft launch of a full-blown pregnancy reveal.
Belly does look fit. Who knows if she's pregnant? I can't call it. Love you. All right, y'all, that's it. Goodbye. Peace.
And let's be real, the timing couldn't be messier. Let's be real, the vibe between Meagan and Jonathan lately, kinda off, but not in a bad way. It's that type of vibe that makes you go, wait, did they plan this? Because honestly, This pregnancy doesn't look like some random surprise. It's giving premeditated moves all the way. Meagan hasn't exactly been low-key about wanting a baby either. She's been dropping hints loud enough for anyone to catch. Soon as that divorce from Devon Franklin got stamped and sealed, it was like a whole new Meagan popped out. While she was married to Devon, she stood firm. No kids, not part of her vision. She said it plain more than once. But fast forward to the single Meagan era, and boom, she's talking about building a family and sounding ready for it. And sis didn't waste no time. Right after the breakup, she did an interview that had people's jaws dropping. She didn't beat around the bush. She straight up said motherhood was something she was seriously thinking about. And the way she said it, confident, glowing, and honestly, like a weight had been lifted. That's why this pregnancy talk with Jonathan Majors feels way deeper. This ain't just a moment. This is Meagan following through and doing life exactly how she wants to.
Question for you, what do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little Black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about and maybe have a kid.
On her terms. And it didn't stop there. A few weeks ago, Meagan sat down with Scott Evans and doubled down on her plans. She didn't sugarcoat a thing. She made it super clear. She's ready to step into that motherhood chapter fully and fearlessly. But the part that really had people doing double takes, when she casually let it slip that she and Jonathan weren't just dreaming about it, they were already in that stage of trying. No guessing games, no maybe someday energy. This was a woman who had her blueprint locked in and was already building the next level.
No, I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
Was there something that happened? Was there did you see a baby, you were holding a baby, and you were like, uh-oh, the feeling that people talk about is happening?
I think it's more, because even my sister tell you, when she got pregnant with my first nephew, she was like, I had to tell you something. I was like, okay, what? She's like, you can be her. We actually had this moment somewhere else, but just tell me you're pregnant. I'm gonna tell you my response.
Okay, so Meg, I gotta tell you something. So we're pregnant. You're gonna be an auntie. I'm gonna have a baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Why? Right now? Wow, Sister Reed. Wow.
Did you say why, or did you?
I wasn't able to do anything. That was my response.
You did not say why.
I said right now.
Right. But we have so many
she was
plans.
33. But I will say, I think even that put me back a little bit because I was like, ooh, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But I think even now, I'm just super ready.
Now here we are. And it's looking like we might be getting a Lil Baby Good or a Baby Majors real soon. That pregnancy glow, way too loud to ignore. And while fans are feeling all kinds of mixed emotions, mostly cause of Jonathan Majors' rocky reputation, there's one person who definitely ain't cheering. And yup, it's Devon Franklin. He's out here throwing shade without even dropping her name. But it's clear as day who he's talking about. Devon's been salty, like real salty. And it's not just social media noticing. Word in the streets is Devon still got serious love for Meagan. And we're not talking all I miss her sometimes love. This man is deep in his feelings, like trying to make a comeback tour type of love. It's giving R&B heartbreak vibes, like he's in the booth singing, I wanna swallow my pride, say I'm sorry, stop pointing fingers, the blame is on me. He's out here moving like he's still got a shot, even though she's allegedly married and expecting a baby with someone else. Sources are saying Devon's been low-key pulling strings, trying to convince Meagan their story ain't over, like this baby doesn't have to be the end of their chapter. But let's be real, Meagan, she moved on clean. She's not looking back. So the real question is, why is Devon still stuck? Well, insiders say he's not just stuck. He's stepping it up. Allegedly, Devon's now trying to flip the script and warn Meagan about Jonathan. According to sources, he's coming with receipts, pulling out statistics, reports, and even court docs about how some DV situations can get worse during pregnancy. And guess what else? Devon's reportedly pointing straight at Jonathan's past legal issues, saying Meagan needs to think twice before building a family with him. It's not just shady, it's strategic. He's painting Jonathan like a risk, hoping she'll pause and reconsider everything. But will she listen? That's the twist everyone's watching. Word on the curb is Devon Franklin's been sounding the alarm, saying this pregnancy might not be a fresh start, but the start of something dangerous. Sources say he's been quietly trying to pull Meagan away from Jonathan before things take a dark turn. Now, whether he's doing this out of real concern or if he's just heartbroken and stuck in his feelings, that's up for debate. Drop your take in the comments. But let's keep it real. Devon's not exactly pulling these worries out of thin air. Jonathan Majors does come with a messy track record. When he and Meagan first got linked up, he was still deep in the middle of legal drama, facing heavy allegations from his ex, Grace Jabari. She said he got physical, and not in a good way. The timing was wild, too. They went public right when Jonathan's legal troubles were hitting the news heavy, and the internet was instantly torn. Some folks tried to romanticize it, calling Meagan his Coretta and hoping she found peace post-divorce. But others? Nah, they were giving her the side eye like, girl, why jump from one mess straight into another? Especially after getting out of a marriage that many people felt was holding her back. So when Meagan started this new chapter with someone still wrapped up in court cases, it raised hella eyebrows. Now here's where things really took a sharp left. Jonathan denied those DV claims, but then some voice recordings leaked, and it flipped everything. In the clip, he could be heard admitting he had laid hands on Grace and caused her physical harm, and once that audio went viral, any space for benefit of the doubt disappeared instantly.
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. I mean, it's just, I've never aggressed a woman. I aggressed.
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggressed.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So
Because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly that.
Something inside of you.
Yeah, totally.
For a lot of people, that recording was all the proof they needed. The narrative switched up quick, and now folks are questioning not just Jonathan's image, but Meagan's choices too. Right after that messy audio leaked, Jonathan and Meagan hit the world with another shocker. They're engaged. And from the jump, folks weren't buying the fairy tale. The internet lit up with hot takes, and a lot of people said it straight. Jonathan might be using Meagan as a PR shield to clean up his image. Let's be honest, the optics were not looking good. Then came the money talk, and it got messy. According to reports from the Jasmine brand, Meagan's been the one picking up the tab on almost everything. Yup, not just dinner or outfits, we're talking big bills. Like she's allegedly covering a $75,000 dog training bill. $75,000 for a dog training. Who's she training the pup with? The dog whisperer and a team of monks. And it gets even wilder. That's not the end of it. Sources say Meagan is also covering child support payments for Jonathan's daughter. And a lot of folks didn't even know he had a kid. Now look, paying your man's bills is one thing, but dropping cash on child support for a kid that's not even yours, that ain't just being a ride or die. That's turning into a full-blown sponsor. It's giving homie lover freeloader, and if you know, you know. But the source didn't stop there. Nope, they kept spilling. They claim Meagan's burning through her savings trying to keep Jonathan afloat. Supposedly, she's been holding down so many of his expenses that it's starting to hit her own pockets in a big way. And now people are worried, like real talk. One insider said folks close to her are seriously confused, like, what does Meagan even see in him? The rumors are getting louder. And if this keeps up, some are saying she might even struggle to keep up with her mortgage. This ain't just love, it's looking like a whole financial storm waiting to pop off. And to make this whole situation even messier, Meagan wasn't blindsided. Nah, she walked into it with her eyes wide open. Word is, everybody close to her tried to wave the red flags like it was a parade. Friends, family, even folks in the industry told her flat out, Jonathan is a walking red flag, stay away. She even admitted it herself during an interview on the Today Show with Jenna and crew. Meagan said almost everyone in her circle raised real concerns about Jonathan, but she chose to stand by him anyway. She said she was fighting for their relationship, calling it really just wonderful.
It's been really wonderful. And yeah.
Did any friends advise you, like, he's in the middle of legal troubles, why don't you wait a beat? Why don't you wait to see how everything kind of shakes out?
Yeah, every friend advised me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, one thing I know is I can always look myself in the mirror when I trust my spirit, when I trust God, when I ask God, and when I, move to the beat of my own drum, I can always look and say, okay, I'm proud of that. No matter whatever happens, I have peace in my heart, I have harmony in my heart. And it's only when I do something based on someone else saying, well, I think you should do this. And I take everyone I love's opinion and advice into account for sure. But, at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life, and I'm the one who has to, get to heaven one day prayerfully and give God an account of what I did. And so I want to be responsible for the choices that I make. And I also want to live the life that I want to.
But fans ain't buying the fairy tale, not with all these red flags waving in HD. And Devon, he might have hit the nail on the head when he said Meagan and Jonathan's whole relationship feels low-key performative, like Jonathan's just using her to rebuild his image and stay relevant. Real talk, that theory's not sounding too far-fetched lately. But then again, people ain't letting Devon off the hook either. A lot of fans are calling him out, saying he's playing the victim way too hard. Cause let's not forget, Meagan didn't just dip for no reason. Folks believe that whole preacher husband image came with strings attached. Like Devon expected Meagan to shrink herself down to fit into the perfect church wife mold. And that's what started the slow fallout. That tension didn't just show up one day, it was building for years. And eventually, Meagan reached her limit. She realized she couldn't live in a box just to keep the marriage alive. That whole compromise is key idea, it only works if both people are bending. And in Meagan and Devon's case, she was the only one doing the bending. Love wasn't enough, not when it meant losing herself. Oh, she bent all right. Meagan had to reshape her whole lifestyle just to fit into that preacher's wife role, and that was no small thing. She gave up a lot to meet Devon where he was, professionally, spiritually, and socially. But even after putting in all that work, it still felt like nothing she did was ever enough.
When Devon and I got married, I no longer was receiving criticism from just people in the world. I was receiving criticism from people who were Christians. It was it was almost kind of like brutal attacks I was getting on my character, on my husband, on different things. So I wasn't ready for that. And I think the first maybe 2.5 years I was married.
And just when you think it couldn't get harder, here comes Devon's church circle. The whispers, the looks, the constant judgment. It was brutal. Meagan wasn't just compromising. She was losing herself trying to keep that marriage alive. And let's be clear, this wasn't just side-eye and quiet shade. Nah, some of these folks went all in. They straight up bullied her. They questioned her character, dug up her past, and some even said loudly that she wasn't holy enough to be standing next to their beloved pastor. It wasn't just hate. It was personal, targeted, and relentless. The pressure got so intense, Meagan eventually stopped going to church altogether. In an emotional interview, she opened up about how deep that pain went. She said the judgment was so heavy, it nearly shattered her faith. Like, for real, she was on the edge of letting it all go. This wasn't just about marriage anymore. This was about her peace, her sanity, holding on to whatever faith she still had left. And just when you thought she'd already been through the worst, it got even darker. During a public speaking event that she and Devon attended together while still married, the judgment came flying, right in her face, in public, no filter. What happened next? That moment exposed everything she'd been silently enduring, and people finally started seeing the cracks. At one public speaking event, things took a nasty turn. A woman from the crowd stood up and straight up tried to shame Meagan Good right there in front of everyone. She came at Meagan for how she was dressed, questioning her modesty and basically implying she wasn't holy enough to be a pastor's wife. The nerve. Devon had to jump in and defend her on the spot. But by then, the damage was already done. That moment went viral in no time.
There is not offensive, but I was at the grocery store and I looked at a newsstand and I saw you and you had your correction. Okay.
It's all right. Hey.
It's okay. It's all right.
Go ahead.
It's all right.
So I wasn't gonna come here I wasn't. But the Lord brought me here to see you. You're beautiful.
And it added even more pressure to the mess Meagan had already been handling behind the scenes. It was humiliating, and it showed just how deep the judgment went. So yeah, Meagan really went through it during her marriage to Devon, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. That's why when she finally walked away and started living her truth, the fans were cheering. She deserved peace after all that, but while Meagan was moving forward, Devon, not so much. Even after the divorce was final, he kept talking about it in interviews and posting all kinds of cryptic messages. All heartbreak this, healing that. He even brought it to Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, admitting on camera that he was still struggling, while Meagan was already out here glowing.
On the other side of a marriage that did not work the way you thought, it changes everything. It's painful. You know, I just bought a piece of property, first piece of property, in the contract. Devon Franklin, an unmarried man. I might have well broken down because I never saw this moment. When we said I do, there was never a moment when we were thinking I don't. So to live in the I don't,
that's painful.
you don't know what it's like until you.
And while Devon was spiraling in public, Meagan was staying unbothered, booked, busy, quiet, and cute. She was stepping into her next chapter. No need for drama, no need to clap back. But of course, the vibe started to shift the minute Meagan popped out with Jonathan Majors. That relationship had folks talking heavy. With Jonathan's legal issues, ego scandals, and headline-grabbing controversies, a lot of fans went from cheering Meagan on to raising their eyebrows. Suddenly, people weren't sure anymore. The same fans who rooted for her were now side-eyeing her moves, wondering if she just left one storm only to walk straight into another. And just like that, the same folks who were clapping for Meagan after the divorce, now they're side-eyeing everything. People are saying she's not just being bold, she might be moving reckless. And with this possible pregnancy in the mix, the drama just reached a whole new level. Devon, who's been preaching healing and letting go for months, is suddenly back in the picture. Word is, he's now trying to step up, allegedly offering to be there for Meagan, even talking about giving their love another shot. But let's not forget, this man is already out here with a whole new wife. So what's really going on? We've officially entered a wild love triangle that nobody saw coming. Devon, heartbroken and hovering in the background. Jonathan, still deep in controversy, but possibly building a whole family. And Meagan, she's caught right in the middle, like it's some high-stakes emotional chess game. One man wants her back, the other one's already got her. And now, there might be a baby on the way. But here's the real tea. Is Devon fighting for love, or is he just fighting to win? Cause this ain't looking like some grand romantic comeback. It's given too little, too late. And something tells me the heat in this situation always just getting started. So if you're into this kind of celeb chaos, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming next. And go ahead and click that next video you see on the screen. We've got even more jaw-dropping celebrity drama waiting for you over there. See you on the next one.